Jai Gurudev, Pam, it is wonderful to have you with us today. Your journey with the art of living began in 1992 when you did your first course and you became a teacher in 1998. Could you start by telling us a bit about how you got introduced to the art of living and what led you to take your first Sudarshan Kriya course? Certainly, my introduction to the art of living came at a time when I was feeling quite stressed and overwhelmed. My son, who was very active and rarely walked but ran everywhere, was keeping me on my toes. I had previously worked in advertising, public relations, and market research, and I found that being a stay at home mom, while beautiful, wasn't as intellectually stimulating as I was used to. I was exhausted and often found myself yelling, which was frustrating for both me and my family. I had been meditating for about 20 years with transcendental meditation, which is wonderful, but it wasn't enough for me at that point. A friend who knew about my struggles suggested that I take the Art of Living course. They had attended the first course in Chicago and thought it might help me. I believe my course was one of the early ones taught by Michael Fishman, and I'm so grateful for his teaching. It sounds like the timing was perfect for you. What was your experience like during that first course, especially with the Sudarshan Kriya? During that first course, I remember watching a video of His Holiness Gurudev Sri Ravi Shankar Ji, and it deeply resonated with me. Before the course, a friend had been showing me pictures of Gurudev for about a year, and though I was initially attached to Maharishi, I eventually felt a strong connection to Gurudev just from the picture. When I actually did the Sudarshan Kriya for the first time, it was incredible. I felt a profound sense of freedom, a kind of liberation that I had been longing for. It was as if a heavy burden had been lifted, and I felt less tired. Over the next 6 months to a year, I noticed that I stopped yelling, which was a huge relief not just for me, but for my son and husband as well. That's amazing. You mentioned that soon after your first course, you were involved in organizing activities. Can you tell us about your journey from being a participant to becoming a teacher? Absolutely. After my first course, I quickly got involved in organizing more courses. Within a month, there was a silence course in Dek Dela 1 where Gurudev was present. This was a significant course because it was the first time Gurudev asked participants if they wanted to become teachers. Some notable attendees were Philip, Shirley, Dean, and Martine, who later became key figures in the art of living. During that silence course, despite its beauty and the depth of knowledge shared, it was challenging for me because my son was only 2.5 years old at the time and very active. I had to manage his energy while trying to absorb the knowledge. Even though I couldn't participate fully, it was a transformative experience. It is inspiring to see how you manage those early challenges. What was it like to transitioning into teaching, and how has it influenced your life? Transitioning into teaching was a natural progression for me. The desire to share what I had learned and experienced was very strong. Over the years, teaching has been incredibly rewarding. I've had the opportunity to see so many people transform their lives through the art of living techniques. Personally, it has helped me maintain a sense of balance and peace. I also became a silence course teacher, which allowed me to deepen my own practice and understanding. One memorable teaching moment was early on when my room was just 5 rooms away from Gurudev's. During a course. The proximity to him and the knowledge he imparted was overwhelming in the best way. It reaffirmed my commitment to this path and to helping others find their own peace and happiness. That's wonderful, Pam. How has your practice and teaching evolved over the years? And what message would you give to new practitioners? Over the years, my practice has deepened and teaching has become more intuitive and fulfilling. I have learned that each course, each participant brings something unique, and I always find myself growing alongside them. The key to evolving in this practice is consistency and openness to the experiences it brings. To new practitioners, I would say trust the process and stay committed. The art of living techniques offer profound benefits, and while the journey may have its ups and downs, the rewards are worth it. Find joy in the practice and let it guide you to a life of balance, peace, and fulfillment. Thank you so much, Pam, for sharing your beautiful journey with us. It is inspiring to hear how the art of living has transformed your life and how you have contributed to the community as a teacher. Thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure to share my story, and I hope it encourages others to explore the benefits of the art of living. Jai Gurudev.